Hey you guys, Chairman37X here, bringing you another WarClicks video. The devs of this game actually contacted me again, and they wanted me to do a follow-up video, basically to the one that I'd already done, that not only goes over the couple of things that I didn't mention in my first video, because I hadn't played the game a whole lot at that point, but also to show off a lot of the new stuff they've been adding recently with updates, because the game is updated pretty regularly, and so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here for you guys. So first off, you'll notice there's quite a bit of stuff in the bottom. It depends on the last time you played, or if the last thing you've seen in here is just from my video. We're going to go ahead and start with the daily tasks. Basically, there's a few things in Boot Camp and Warzone that you do. If you do all of these things, you get a reward. You can do this every day, as the name implies. I've gotten a pack of 10 auto clickers from this for the Warzone. I've gotten that reward I've gotten that reward both times I've done this, but I have no doubt that there are other rewards as well. I'm just not aware of them yet. But this is a nice little way to, it doesn't take very long to do most of these rewards, and it doesn't, you don't have to play it a whole lot to complete these. Just using your invasion chance in the Warzone, collecting daily rewards in the Warzone. Checking boot camp ads, converting with the boot camp, defending time challenges, pretty basic stuff. They actually since I last played this a lot, they actually lowered the daily task requirements a lot. So you used to have to use like all of your daily time challenges. You used to have to use like all of your ads and stuff, but now you don't have to do all of them. You only have to do a few, which is really nice. And up here also you'll notice that you can now you can vote for this game in a bunch of different things, and you get an 150% boost for each one. They actually stack, so it's a really easy way to just boost your points, or the PowerPoint production here very, very easily. It's a really nice thing that they have there. I don't know how long this is going to be around, so if you guys are interested in that, I definitely recommend you do this as much as you can while you still can. And the other main thing you see down here is competition. This gives you, there's a few different rankings. I have it open here. This is added pretty recently. I think, like, in July it was added. Basically, you are ranked against every single other person in the entire world who plays this game. If you mouse over these, it doesn't show on the recording for some reason, but it tells you what these little rewards do, and there are different rewards for every tier. So, like, if I can go to here, this is the medal for being amongst the top 1,000. This one in particular gives me, once this competition is over, it ends end times up here, as you can see. This video is going to be going up probably like a day after this competition ends, I believe. This one in particular gives you permanent 2% DPC boost in the Warzone. If we go here, top countries, this one... The United States actually used to be #1. Poland's beating us out, which is interesting. I'll talk about that in just a second. But this medal, the #2 country, gives a permanent 9% production boost in boot camp. So that's a pretty significant thing. They also have categories for how many levels you've gained in the week, because each competition I believe is a week, and then number of army contractors, which are the things you get when you deploy. This one is 7% DPC boost in Warzone. So there's a lot of really good stuff here. Basically, just by like having the game open during the competition, you automatically get entered into all of this stuff. You don't have to do anything. And if you play a lot and you get good rankings, you can get a lot of boosts and help yourself in future competitions. So it's actually a very cool way that you can do that. But just really quick, this isn't related to particularly anything, but you'll see Poland actually is #1 right now, which is pretty impressive. I saw the U.S. was top for a while, but if we go over here and scroll down a bit, there's stats here, and you'll see top 10 countries by players. Actually, Poland is 5th. Poland has like just a very small number of people compared to the U.S. as far as number of players. The U.S. has a lot, not surprisingly, but they're actually beating us, which is really impressive. And that's genuinely really interesting. They must have a lot of really hard-working players over there right now, because you see they are the #1 country by score. But anyway, yeah, that's just some cool stuff. There's just a lot of really interesting things you can see with the competitions and the stats. They revamped how the stats are arranged down here. It looks a bit nicer, and some more stuff, and they have a lot of players, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, sorry, back to the main stuff. we have, if we go to the trainer and investor thing, this actually has 2 new things. The most notable thing, this is added very recently, like, it'll just be like a week ago by the time this goes up. You can now give your trainers temporary boosts. These are temporary. It's very important to know that. Once you deploy, these boosts are going to go away. But they're very cheap. And they increase the production of each of the units by a pretty decent amount considering how much gold you have to put in. But it is just important that you remember these are temporary. Just like a cool little thing, if you have like a ton of gold and you want to have like a really large gain on a particular deployment, or if it's taking you a long time to reach a certain threshold that you want to reach, pretty good choice here. And then with the investors, I can't show you this, but also fairly recently they added 2 new investors. There's 2 special investors once you get all 10 of the basic ones that increase by a huge amount. I think the first special one is plus 150%, and the second one is plus 300%. So they are absolutely massive boosts, but it is going to be very hard to get them, and I'm sure they are incredibly expensive on gold. But so there's that. If we go, so far this has all been new stuff that's been added since the last video. Here we can now bribe army contractors. This costs a lot of gold, but basically what this does is it allows you to gain this amount of contractors without resetting any of your progress. So, I think Adventure Capitalist had something exactly like this. But, it's a nice way if you just want to get contractors, increase your boost, or increase your, like the power points that you're getting, without having to go through the whole rigorous process of getting back up to that point. And then last thing in the boot camp here, also added recently, you can now buy OCD, which is interesting lingo, but it's actually really useful. It basically allows you to buy up to the next landmark. So actually I noticed that I can efficiently deploy my troops, so I can actually show you. So if I do this, see, this is going to put me at 25, which is exactly as much as I need for the next like landmark thing. Then it's 25 again, then 50, and then it stays at 100. So it's actually a very cool thing that you can do there. A very, very handy function. I haven't seen anything like it in games like this before, and I think it's a very, sorry, I just want to get this back up and running now. But it's actually a very, very convenient little feature. I pretty much always just buy in 100s at this point because I've gotten far enough that I pretty much don't have to worry about that a whole lot. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move into the Warzone now here for the second half, I guess, of the stuff that I wanted to show off. So you'll notice that the interface has gotten a bit of a facelift. Sorry. I got this quest here. I think I showed this off last time. Yeah, everything looks quite a bit nicer. I can go to achievements, and I think this might be pretty similar to how it was before. Also, sorry that clicking noise is so loud, but I like having the sound effects on here. Honestly, I'm just gonna turn it off though, because it's I don't know why, but that noise that happens when you click a button is incredibly loud in this game. But anyway, we have daily rewards. I showed this off. I don't remember if I don't think I actually showed off the wheel last time. So basically every day you get a chance to spin this wheel, and there's, varying rewards on it. Pretty good stuff, obviously. As you can see, you can get 1,000 gold. Oh my god, I actually almost got it. 4 gold though. That's still pretty good. I can also show off right here. They also added this, all ranks, so now it actually shows you all of the ranks in the game. As you can see, I have a long way to go yet, and it also shows you the threshold that you need to pass, like with total damage, in order to get those. So you get the last one, you need 1 quadrillion damage total to get the Marshal 7, the final rank in the game, it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that on just to. I'm just gonna optimize this a little bit because I have a lot of battle stars, and I'll show you how I got so many in just a moment. There's actually still more units. Holy cow! I don't play the Warzone quite as much. I like the boot camp a lot better. It's a lot more suited to how I like to play these games. Of course, we still have the time challenge. You just mash this, and you can get fuel. Sorry, this is actually going to take me a little bit longer than I thought it would. You get 5 of these a day, and I also didn't really even need fuel. I guess I might as well finish it now. Whoops. Yeah, that was my fault. I kind of wasted this one, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and get through this. I just want to make sure I remember to show off everything. There's the daily defend. I'm not going to show that off. It's just you basically need to do that every day or else you lose score, which stuff like that's even more important now that we have these daily competitions, or sorry, weekly competitions. And now here's the really big thing that I didn't show off at all last time, because I actually didn't have this unlocked yet. This was in the game before, but is the country invasion. However, some of you might notice it actually looks different. It very recently received an update, so I was actually never able to show off how it looked before. But basically, this is a kind of a raid boss situation where, with your country, you work towards beating these enemy bases, and you get rewards depending on how much you're able to contribute to the battle. So you can see at the bottom, fight to increase your spoil share. That's the percentage of battle stars that I get out of that total amount at the bottom. You see there's 106 million battle stars to be distributed amongst everyone who participates in the battle. I'm only getting 0.34%, but that, you know, is roughly like, that's how I got all those battle stars, from like a single one of these little contributions. So it actually is a ridiculously huge amount. And then also everyone gets this amount of gold, which this is especially insane. You can get a lot of gold by doing this. I don't think the old invasion system allowed you to get gold from it. And the fact that you can, you know, you can get like at least 120 gold per day just by participating in these, because that's not a percentage. This is what everyone gets every time. And I think the first time I did it, I actually got, I think it must have been like a special fight or something. I got like 300 or 500 gold, so it was something like that. It was ridiculous. This is just a really cool thing. You can also see there's a country leader, basically whoever is. He actually is incredibly high ranked. He's like 4 ranks away from the highest rank, and he gets 25% because he does such a ridiculous amount of damage. Whoever this guy is, Druth8X, this guy's a beast. You can kind of see everyone. Well, not everyone, but you can see like the top 60 people apparently. And there's a chat here, so you can chat with everyone here. Druth8X, not surprisingly, is pretty frequently around in here. And you can donate gold. I don't know what this does. I don't know if it has a purpose yet. I saw some people asked about it earlier in the chat, but I wasn't able to find the answer. But here's just kind of a description of it. And yeah, the country invasion is a very significant part of the game that I'm glad I can now show off. And like I said, it's even better now than it was last time I was playing. So that's really cool. I think that's mostly everything. I'll go ahead and show you guys my profile here, just to kind of show you guys how far I've come. I have a few special badges apparently. Must have been from a competition. I must have, when I first started playing again, I must have just barely caught the end of this one. Level 44 in the Warzone, Captain 1, not too bad. Again, I haven't played in a little while, but I'd like to say I think I'm a pretty modest, pretty modest position here. But just one last thing I want to show off is over here in the whoops, I go back up. This is the Warclicks dev blog. I will of course have the link to all this stuff in the description, but this is a very useful tool for anyone who plays this game. You can check here. They always update this whenever a new sale is going on. Sadly, the sale will be gone by the time this video goes up. But they also say, you know, when all the new updates that come out here, you specialize the trainers. This is the thing I was talking about that was like just added, as you can see on the August 23rd. There's a patch that came out here. Country revamp came out just on August 21st. You see 2 days apart. There's a substantial update. There's been, I think, just 4. I checked. There's been like 4 updates just in August alone. They go. The Warzone received a facelift, and they work really hard on this game. There's a lot to do and a lot to see in this game, and I highly recommend you guys to check it out. Links in the description, as I said. But yeah, I think that's gonna just about cover it for now. I think I definitely will be continuing with doing these videos in the future. I don't know if I'll do one every update, because like I said, the updates are pretty frequent, and a lot of times they're, you know, not super substantial, but they're just so frequent that I actually much prefer having more frequent, smaller updates, personally. But yeah, maybe every couple of weeks or every month or so I can catch you guys up on all the new stuff that's been adding, but I definitely want to be a little bit more active in this game, because it's a rapidly growing community, and it's a really cool thing that they've got going on here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. check the description for a link to my twitch.tv channel. I stream mostly Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Been streaming a lot of Binding of Isaac, Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, I mean, and I've also started doing some Terraria expert mode with my good buddy Sacred Survival. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, feel free to go ahead and drop me a follow. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.